Hello everybody and welcome to Darlington Speedway in Darlington, South Carolina for ESPN's coverage of the Southern 500, the throwback race for the NCS SimRacing Challenge. Race number 19 of Season 2 brings us to this wonderful 1.33 mile speedway in the South, one of the trickiest and longest races of the year for these NCS SimRacing Challenge drivers, and it's a throwback event with plenty of beautiful schemes to be seen. Alexander Rowe leads the point standings, Christopher MARNELL second, Joshua Harrison, Richard Fridge, Sam Francis, all those drivers atop. It is sure to be an amazing race here today. Let's take a look at our starting lineup to check out these awesome throwback schemes. Row number 1, CELEN NOSLER throwing back to Rowdy Burns and Michael Guthrie with a Clint Boyer throwback scheme. Richard Fridge throwing it back to Joey Logano's first ever Cup win. Sean McKean throwing it back to Greg Biffle. Aris Yuko in the number 54 hopes to throw some more confetti on that scheme. Brad Keselowski won in 2019 at Kansas. Henry Guo with the Cale Yarborough tribute. Alexander Rowe in the number 37, honoring Kevin Harvick, and Bill Elliott is on Garrett Lamar's car. Spencer Davis in the number 00 for row number 5 in his Mercedes DTM throwback, as well as Aaron Hunter alongside him. Row number 6 sees Nick Roten in the same scheme, a Mercedes DTM throwback, hoping to replicate the dominance that they had, as well as Boston Jones alongside him. Row 7 sees Axel Rotchen in the number 84, honoring Denny Hamlin, who won the Daytona 500 in that similar scheme, with Naples Stapleton alongside him. David Kreutz in the 85 and Arwin Basic make up row number 8. Row 9 sees Sam Francis in the number 52. That's a Kyle Petty throwback to when he ran a Garfield car, and Mitchell Collins throwing it back to Joey Logano's championship-winning scheme. Row 10 has Greg Rowland in another Clint Boyer throwback, this one his 5-hour energy scheme, and Nelson Reeves has a Ken Block-inspired throwback scheme in his 12 car. Rue Sharp giving homage to Jeff Gordon in the number 24, Jimothy Sharp throwing it back to Kyle Petty in the Coors Light Silver Bullet. Row 12 sees Colin Scarborough in the number 2 throwing it back to Chip Ganassi Racing's Rolex 24 win. Joshua Harrison in number 18, honoring Bobby Labonte. Christopher MARNELL honoring one of his favorite past drivers, Adam Petty in the number 23, Umar Al-Khaim in the number 86, make up row 13. Row 14 sees Christian Vargas with the Wally Dallenbach throwback scheme, Harry Williams in the number 87 as well. Jonah Burridge throws it back to the original YouTube logo in row 15. Hayden Phillips in the number 69 with the Dale Jarrett UPS throwback. Rory Sharp honoring a old modified that Gulf sponsored, and Ian McDaniel throwing it back to Austin Cindric. Row 17, Jacob Dabo in the number 79 with the Aaron Crocker scheme, Abbey Lane alongside him. Row 18 sees Barney THRESHER in the number 59, an old Hollywood video scheme run earlier in the 2000s, and Keith Hughes with the Ken Schrader car run in ARCA. Row 19 sees Dominic Anthony honoring Ricky Stenhouse Jr.'s first win in the number 17, and Tom Gill in the number 78 alongside him. Rounding out the field in the number 3, it's a Kevin Harvick tribute for Josh Moore, and then a Dale Jarrett tribute for James Sharp. We're going to go 92 laps around this wonderful Darlington Speedway. Last year, it was a day race won by Norris Andrews. This year, it's a night race. CELEN NOSLER, a rookie. Michael Guthrie was up front a lot last year in this race, but got wrecked out early. Who will win the Southern 500? Here we go. Green flag is out. We're underway. NOSLER gets a great start heading into turn 1. Out of turn number 4, CELEN NOSLER holds the lead for now, but here comes Richard Fridge on the bottom lane. Here he goes as the 51 slides up the track. We're going to see a lot of drivers hitting that outside wall, giving themselves a Darlington stripe. There's one of them. That was Nathan Stapleton. He was starting up within the top 20. He just tapped the wall going out of turn number 2. And out of turn number 4, Michael Guthrie slid up high, trying to make it 3 wide nearly for that first place position, but CELEN NOSLER led that lap. Here comes Richard Fridge to take the point away as the 51 hard into the wall is dragging it through the middle of the corner. Off he goes. We stay incident free, but the 51 is the first leader to gain a Darlington stripe. Richard Fridge takes the lead away, and he leads now on lap 4 of 92. Again, CELEN NOSLER goes into the wall. That is 2 laps in a row that he's bouncing off the wall, and he is sliding down the positions. Your pole sitter is already falling down through the running order, dropping down to midway through 20th. Spencer Davis had a really good race last week at Nashville Super Speedway, as well as Nick Roten. Davis finished second, nearly stealing the win away from Alexander Rowe. Could we see a repeat here today? These Mercedes engines have had an upgrade within the through midway in the season. They had an R&D upgrade, as most teams do. Seems the power unit was the upgrade for the Mercedes teams. These Tilde Motorsports cars have been balling out through the past few weeks. There's the 86 of Umar Al-Kheem. He has fallen down a few spots, even though he started on the bottom lane. He has not really made his way up through positioning, as we have Colin Scarborough right ahead of him bouncing off the wall, as well as Jimothy Sharp, as we saw back there. This is going to be a recurring theme, especially when tires get well worn down. You're going to see people bounce off the walls. But it is 1, 2, 3, 4 under a blanket here. The 20, 54, 33, and 27. Eris Yuko moves his way into second place behind Richard Fridge, the prominent rookie here in the NCS SimRacing Challenge. It's going to be interesting to see when pit stops take place. It is likely that our pit window opens at about lap 30, but I mean, if we see a caution at any point past lap 15, I guarantee you drivers are going to be coming down pit road, because it's Darlington. You know how it works. Fresh tires are key, and if you see someone stay out and they've got a few people to go through to get to the lead, the people that have fresh tires are making their way back to the front. Here's CELEN NOSLER. It seems like he has regained his sense of compatibility. He's now getting around that turn 1 with ease, not hitting the wall or anything, so that's good to hear on that 51 part. Rowdy Burns tended to wall ride it a little bit in Days of Thunder, and CELEN NOSLER definitely tried that strategy, did not work for him. Here's Aaron Hunter, looked to make it 3 wide into turn 1, decided against it. 3 drivers without throwback schemes: Arwen Basic, Boston Jones, and Aaron Hunter. Those were 3 of them right there, as Jones hit the wall, separating that little battle that they had going on. Basic won at St. Petersburg earlier this year, but really hasn't seen that much success elsewhere. Fridge stays in the lead here on lap 11 of 92. As we mentioned in pre-race, one of the longer races of the season, last year especially, during the heat, during the day, and with an awfully long green flag run to end the race. Drivers said it felt like the race dragged on, and especially with it being at night, the track a little bit slicker, we might see a bit better racing between these guys, more of the racing that they're used to, as Michael Guthrie trying to go underneath his former teammate Eris Yuko. That's a battle for second place. The 33 is going to fall back, though the 54 got the run out of the corner, and Guthrie now fighting to get back in line with Sean McKean. Now the bottom line is optimal if you want to get position going into the corner. As you see right here, the run in the middle of the corner that Michael Guthrie got. Now it's key to slide up. Oh, Sean McKean actually bounced off the wall going out of turn number 2. So that's what helped Michael Guthrie, because you can see he actually lost time on the 54. And drivers on that top lane, they're just able to get the run out of the corner when utilizing the entire track. And that's something that if you're on the bottom all the way around the corner, you really can't take advantage of. Here is ROWE Sharp in the 24 and other drivers as well. There's Barney, Thresher, and Rory Sharp. I was going to say the 24 had quite a bit of damage on him on the side of the car and nearly contact, as you saw just at the corner of your screen. But here's Dominic Anthony in the 17, trying to work his way through the field. Started about where he is right now. He's in 35th right now, so he has not made his way through the field. The 17 hoping for a good result, and bouncing off the wall is certainly not going to help that at all, as the 17 hit the wall, the 44 did as well, and Dominic Anthony is going to lose 4 spots right there, slide his way down to 38th. Guthrie here trying to, off the wall as Sean McKean was making a move underneath him, and that's how McKean takes the 3rd place position away. And, I mean, the 33 has the speed, but looks like he just bounced off the wall, and that's going to kill some time off of the 33. That's how you get passes done. You just got to stay behind them and hope that the person ahead of you makes a mistake. As the 24 is getting way close. Off the wall goes Richard Fridge. Aris Yuko is going to go to the lead. The 54 had the run out of the corner. The 20 makes the mistake, and Aris Yuko takes the position away. On board with Richard Fridge as we go down the front straightaway of that Home Depot Chevrolet. Two slow cars ahead. Looks like that's the 3 and the 32. They both hit the wall. The 3 was wall riding it, and this is going to be interesting. We're going to catch that 3 car of Josh Moore. This is going to reel in Sean McKean. McKean moves his way alongside the 20 for 2nd place. 3 has a ton of damage on the right side of his car. And McKean moves his way into the 2nd place position. The 20 gets held up by the 3, not trying to run him over. Nearly gets turned coming off the corner as Guthrie, look at him. He now moves his way into 3rd place as the leaders comfortably got around the 32 of James Sharp, who is in 39th. Yuko leads on lap 20 of 92 here at Darlington Speedway. The Southern 500, the throwback race here, one of the crown jewel events, both the 54 and the 27 in the wall. I was going to mention that was going to be huge if Sean McKean could make up some ground, but he wasn't able to. But Michael Guthrie does. Look at Michael Guthrie moving his way into 2nd place, trying to reel down his former teammate Aris Yuko for the lead. And into the wall. Guthrie takes the lead as Yuko slams into the wall. He just rode it just like CELEN NOSLER did, and back-to-back mistakes for the 54 have placed Michael Guthrie in the lead with a 1.5 second advantage over Richard Fridge. Lap 22 of 92, now Guthrie has found his way into the lead after staying mistake-free. And that BB&T Chevrolet out in front. Off the wall again goes Aris Yuko. That was a big lick as he's got the 0-0 right behind him of Spencer Davis, who slides up in the middle of the corner. Very costly mistake that's going to allow Alexander Rowe in that 37 car. He's going to be right there on the 54 car if he hits the wall. But I mean, look at that run the 54 is able to get. Looks like the 54 is one of the faster cars. He just ends up hitting the wall quite a few times. And if there's a caution, you can guarantee these drivers are going to definitely fix this damage. 33 into the wall. Guthrie goes into the wall, able to keep it coming off the corner. So does Alexander Rowe. He falls down a few positions. The 33 stays out in front with the same gap, but the 20 has the 54 right on him. Lap 25 of 92. This track has plenty of NASCAR playoff banners here, and wow, the NCS SimRacing Challenge, we have no playoffs. Is the 33 into the wall again, as does the 20. No playoffs here in the NCS SimRacing Challenge or the NCS Truck Division. However, it is the penultimate races. Only 6 races to go after this race. And in the Truck Series, there are only 4 races to go. So, races winding down, especially with the next part of the schedule. Oh, the 33 into the wall. Michael Guthrie into the wall. Aris Yuko's right there. Oh, contact! Contact between Aris Yuko and Michael Guthrie that spins around the 33, and caution comes out with the 33 of Michael Guthrie getting turned around on the back straightaway. And caution comes out on lap 26 of 92. Richard Fridge was able to take the lead away from both of them. Here's a look at the replay. Unfortunate incident for the 33 of Michael Guthrie for the second year in a row at the Southern 500 involved in the accident. Here's a wide angle look at it. The 33 was in the wall. The 54 washed up the track. They collided and then turned the 33 around, sliding down the back straightaway. Tough break for the 33 there. Here's one more look at it on board with Richard Fridge. And man, just nothing that Guthrie could do there unless you want to tell him, oh, stay off the wall. But it's Darlington. You're going to run the high lane. So drivers are going to come down pit road, as I mentioned earlier. Looks like everybody's going to be down pit road this time, but the 20, the 54, the 00, it looks like they all have right side damage, of course, from the amount of times they've hit the wall. So they could see extended pit stops because of how long they'll be staying there to repair the damage. As the 20 goes into his pit stall, right side tires up and out. It looks like it's going to be a 4-tire stop for all drivers on pit road this time around. And the 20 getting his damage serviced, as does everyone else. The 27 of Sean McKean is going to be the first driver off of pit road. Didn't have much damage to service. He is off and away, and he will be the first driver off pit road. So as I mentioned earlier, we've only got a few races left in the schedule. 6 to be exact for the NCS SimRacing Challenge. Next week, Kansas Motor Speedway for the Blue Emu 400, and then we will be heading to Barber Motorsports Park for the first time, our last road course of the year, and then Talladega, Martinsville, Myrtle Beach, and the season ends at Homestead. Plenty of shuffling here throughout the field on that last pit cycle. Sean McKean, he's going to be the driver in charge up front. He will be your leader heading back to the green. Alexander Rowe, his teammate, will start alongside him. Jonah Burridge has moved his way up to third. He only took 2 tires on that pit stop. 4th place is going to be Spencer Davis in the 00. Richard Fridge in 5th. Aris Yuko restart 6th. Lap 31 of 92. Here we go. Green flag is back out. We're underway once again on lap 31. Sean McKean is going to lead the drivers into turn number 1. Can he clear the 37? It looks like he's going to be able to swiftly and smoothly. Down the back straightaway, Sean McKean leads the hungry horde of drivers, still all 40 in the race, as Michael Guthrie is still on track. Out of turn number 4, the 27, Greg Biffle Throwback leads lap 31 of 92, with his teammate Alexander Rowe coming right behind him. Out of turn 2, and whoa, we got a crash. The 30 of Garrett Lamar out of the corner, spins the 44 and 72, and caution will come out yet again for the 2nd time here at Darlington Speedway. Quickly, another caution in the same area coming out of turn number 2. It seems like this will be our trouble spot for the evening. Let's take a look at the replay. The 30 was wall riding and then comes off the corner, it looks like right onto the 72, who gets hit by the 44 coming back up the track, and that just turns him around. Here's another look at it. Christian Vargas and Rory Sharp, the unfortunate drivers involved in that incident, as well as Garrett Lamar. Those two, though, the innocent bystanders, as we've got 2 drivers coming down pit road, and only 2. Boston Jones in the 68, Axel Rocha in the 84. Perhaps a different strategy for these drivers. They were a little bit further in the back. As we'll be restarting yet again. We'll be restarting lap 37 of 92. Sean McKean in the number 27 moved over from Bones Motorsports after a near championship campaign, was hoping he had a good season. Alas, not able to replicate the success that he has had. However, his teammate right behind him, Alexander Rowe, do pretty well. Not too shabby. 3 wins on the season, leading in points. Avenging his losses from the year prior is what DAF team owner Dominic Anthony has said about Rowe. And we'll be going back underway. McKean in the lead. Nothing has changed there. Rowe in 2nd. The 0-0 of Spencer Davis 3rd. Richard Fridge 4th. Jonah Burge 5th. Aris Yuko 6th. We'll be going back underway. Green flag is back out. McKean and Rowe lead him into turn 1. Rowe gets the advantage at the stripe, but the 27 is going to send it into turn 1 and clear the 37 in turn 2. The 72 of Christian Vargas has a very big aero disadvantage. He did not go down pit road to repair his damage, and he is sliding back down. He is sliding back on that bottom lane with a major disadvantage, with the hood pretty much up in the air on the back straightaway. As we have the 12 in the wall, Nelson Reeves bouncing off the wall. We're going to do a little crank it up and listen to these cars roar. Whoa, trouble out of the corner. Umar Al-Khaim gets turned by the 44 of Rory Sharp. Very interesting. No caution, as it was only a one-car incident. The 86 gets turned. We stay green on the track as Sean McKean leads on lap 41 of 92. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the driver cam that we had on the 20 of Richard Fridge. Whoa, Henry Guo up in the wall, as well as Nelson, as well as Mitchell Collins. But very interesting, the 86 of Umar Al-Khaim got turned, and he heads down pit road. No caution was seen for that incident. As again, Henry Guo up in the wall, he's able to get out of it, not cause an incident, but nearly did. Here's the 26 of Ian McDaniel. He's already up to 15th. He started in around 34th, 35th, but he has made his way up to 15th. So 20 positions made up for Ian McDaniel as he barely taps the wall. Able to keep it going though in that 26 throwback scheme, throwing it back to Austin Fitzgerald truck scheme. Here's the 45 and the 34 battling yet again down the front straightaway. Two of the drivers without a throwback scheme. Oh, now the 45 goes into the wall. So it looks like that battle is now over. And he's going to get swallowed up by the 42 and 22. So that battle was for 11. Here's Nick Roten in the 0, trying to make his move on Jonah Burridge, who has been falling back. His two-tire strategy somewhat worked, but really hasn't been the most helpful for him. Richard Fridge right on that back bumper of Sean McKean in the 20 here on lap 45 of 92. Fridge trying to make a move, trying to make an effort to get around this 27, but not able to do it. We're closing in on halfway through this race. Actually, this is the halfway point of the race. This lap as Richard Fridge goes underneath the 27 out of turn 2. So very interesting to see no mistakes made by the 27, but the 20 is trying to capitalize with a much faster car by the looks of it. CRT versus DAF. McKean is able to prevail down the front straightaway as Richard Fridge backs out of it before turn 1. Down the back straightaway they go into turns 3 and 4 here on lap 47 of 92. Fridge reeling in the 27. It is just two cars under a blanket down the front straightaway. These two are the only ones. They're only the ones out front. 27 up high, 20 down low. No competition around them. Fridge going to try to get the run out of the corner. The 27 goes into the wall. The 27 had the run coming out of the corner. He tapped the wall, and they stay side by side into turns 3 and 4. Out of turn 4, the 27 gets the run. The 20 were on with his helmet cam. Into the wall goes the 27. The 20 not able to capitalize as he stays behind Sean McKean going into turns 3 and 4. Yet again here on lap 49 of 92. Down the front straightaway, the 20 gets a run out of the corner. He's going to be side by side with your leader, Sean McKean, entering turn 1. The 20 gets the run, the 27 into the wall. Fridge takes the lead and he gaps the 27. The 0-0 also went into the wall. Sean McKean falls back quite a few positions. Caution comes out. Car upside down. Tom Gill sliding on his roof down the back straightaway. And we have another caution out here on lap 50 of 92. Upside down goes the 78. And Garrett Lamar involved in an accident once again here at Darlington. So here's a look at it. The 78 was riding the wall, bounced off the wall into the 30, and then just got lifted up and over, sliding on his roof down the back straightaway. And that must be a very wild ride inside that 78 cockpit. Let's see if we can get a different angle of this. Here's Lamar's point of view, as he was also on the wall. And then, man, up and over goes the 78. Very strange indeed. The 30 did a good job of holding the brakes and to not slide into the inside wall, as that could have very easily happened. As drivers coming down pit road, this time by Fridge leading him down. The 85 of David Kreutz moved his way into second place after Sean McKean tapped the wall. So now it's Fridge, Kreutz, McKean, your top three heading down pit road. Now we can safely assume, hopefully, that we will get 4 tires and fuel for these drivers. As it's 4 tires and fuel for all of the top runners. The 20 gets out and away, so does the 85. The 85 of David Kreutz is going to be the first driver off of pit road. But not all the leaders came down pit road, so very interesting. The 85 is the first off pit road, but he is not going to be the driver in the lead. Nelson Reeves, as well as quite a few other drivers, I'd say about 16 or 17 of them, stayed out under yellow. So we'll see a new change up front here. Very interesting. Nelson Reeves in his Ken Block scheme. Out in front here at Darlington. Got quite the slew of interesting paint schemes up in front. Ken Block tribute for the 12 car, Jeff Gordon tribute for the 24, an IMSA tribute back to Chip Ganassi Racing's 2019 Rolex 24 win, and then a Kyle Petty scheme for the 52, and then no throwback for the 6. Nelson Reeves will take us back to the green on lap 55 of 92, Rue Sharp alongside him, and then Colin Scarborough, Sam Francis, Abby Lane, and Aris Yuko. Green flag is back out. We're underway. The 24 gets a great jump. The 12 spun the tires, and Rue Sharp is going to be your leader heading into turns 1 and 2. What a great jump by the 24. Rue Sharp. Well, how long will that lead last for the 24 car, as here comes the 12 clawing his way back? Mentioning no drivers retired after that last caution, so still all 40 cars out in front, out on the track. The 24 leads that lap 56 of 92. Here comes Nelson Reeves on the bottom lane, going to take the lead away from Rue Sharp, exiting turn number 2. We have a car on the wall. That's the 69 of Hayden Phillips. We stay green. Side by side for the lead. Rue Sharp, can he claw the lead back away from Nelson Reeves down the front straightaway? Can he do it? Wow, so close at the line. Reeves barely holding on going into turn 1. Into the wall goes Rue Sharp, and that gives away the battle for the lead. Nelson Reeves has the full advantage on the field. Nearly contact with the 54 of Aris Yuko. I would say nearly contact. There was contact. Flyby of the field. As here's the 85 of David Kreutz working his way through. The first driver who last pitted. He's got quite a few drivers to work his way through. the field with, on board with them, as we just had the 72 of Christian Vargas bounce off the wall. On lap 59 of 92, here in the Southern 500 throwback race for the NCS SimRacing Challenge. Reeves out in front. Here comes Sam Francis in the 52. Here comes the Astolfo Motorsports gang, the 52 and the 54. They're going to try to make their way back to this front position. Lap 60 of 92 now for the 12. He's got the 52 right in his rearview mirror, coming ever so closely. Here's Scarborough in the wall. Down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4. We've said this again and again. Here comes the 52, Sam Francis, trying to get his second career win. Nelson Reeves, of course, looking for his first. Aris Yuko looking for his second. Boston Jones in 4th place just behind them. He won the Daytona Duel, but he does not have a legitimate win, a legitimate points-paying win. But Francis in the number 52. Kyle Petty actually ran that scheme way back when. It wasn't a concept art. He ran it at Indianapolis. So we're on board with the scheme, already coated in confetti. Looking to add some more confetti to that 54 car, Aris Yuko. So throwback to Brad Keselowski's Kansas win speed. Worth hopping on board to sponsor, as well as the Miller Lite Associate decal. All the whole 9 yards these drivers go, these teams go to fill out sponsors on these cars to make these throwbacks about as accurate as possible. The 26 of Ian McDaniel. He is now in 6th place. As we mentioned earlier, qualified around 34th, 35th. He's now in 6th. What a performance by that 26 car of Ian McDaniel. Albeit he's up front with pit strategy, but he's certainly got the speed to stay up front with these leaders. And whoa, caution. The 17 of Dominic Anthony hard into the wall, as well as the 22 of Mitchell Collins. Caution has come out here at Darlington for yet another time, and a big crash on the back straightaway. Bring out a caution. Here's a look at the replay. The 58 of Keith Hughes bounces off the wall, turns Dominic Anthony, and then gets clipped by the 87, clipped by the 00, and then hard into him goes Mitchell Collins. What a hard impact. Here we go, on board with Mitchell Collins. You can see the spin happen in front of him. He's braking, trying to go low. Boom. Right into him. Went Mitchell Collins, nearly clipped by the other drivers. But Aris Yuko leads drivers down pit road as Nelson Reeves stays out, as well as Sam Francis. Very interesting. See those guys staying out. Must be a mistaken strategy, because these guys were scheduled to come down pit road. But I believe the majority of the drivers coming down pit road here this time. It looks like we'll reset the field. As the 54 goes off and away, he's going to get beaten off pit road, though, by the 68 and the 2 and the 26. So Aris Yuko comes off pit road 4th as the 68 wins. Or it looks like the 2 of Colin Scarborough actually wins off of pit road. So very interesting. as, oh, the rest of the drivers come down pit road. So a mistake by the 52 and the 12 to not go down pit road that time around. There's Dominic Anthony on pit road. So the 12 and the 52 mistakenly did not go down pit road the first time by. They will pit with the lapped down cars. So unfortunate circumstances for those drivers. And Mitchell Collins and Dominic Anthony will be the drivers who have retired from the race. They both retire after those crashes that they were just in. But it's going to be Mitchell Collins out in front here. The restart coming up on lap 69 of 92. Only a few laps remaining in this race. Well, I say a few. There's always plenty of time for these drivers, and still plenty of time for the original pack of drivers to try to work their way through the front. But with that untimely caution, it looks like that has shuffled the field, and I don't think we'll see a reset quite like the last one again. Colin Scarborough going to be your leader. Boston Jones in second, Aris Yuko, Ian McDaniel, Rue Sharp, and look at that, Michael Guthrie sitting in sixth. Green flag back out. We're underway once again. Jones had the nose at the line, but the 2 of Scarborough takes it back going into turns 1 and 2. A little bit of a slide for the 2 that allows the 68 of Boston Jones to stay along the high side, as Scarborough never cleared the 68. That's going to give the run that the 68 needs coming off the corner. Little wiggle again from Scarborough. That gives Boston Jones the lead on lap 70 of 92. Jones with the outright lead now is Ian McDaniel dragging along the wall, as we've seen plenty of times with these drivers. And it is Jones, Scarborough, Yuko, your top 3. Here comes Rue Sharp in that 24. He's going to get a little run off the corner. There's Ian McDaniel, who stayed in 5th place there after that little kiss with the wall that he had. That side all banged up. And whoa, 3 wide. We had a car and a wall. Axel Rocha, they were 3 wide there in the back with Dabo, Basic, and Rocha, but then 3 wide with 1 driver going into the wall. That is exactly what you'd expect from something that happened there. And fortunately, very quickly broken up, did not end in an accident. There's another driver into the wall. That's Scarborough. He was in second, now into the wall. He's going to slide back some positions, now slides back to 5th place. And that gives Ian McDaniel 4th place, Rue Sharp 3rd. The drivers still shuffling throughout. As, whoa, into the wall goes Rue Sharp. Ian McDaniel moves his way into 3rd place. So drivers bouncing off the wall here on lap 73. Nearly contact between the 33 and the 24. And Ian McDaniel's moved his way into 3rd. Boston Jones still out in front, just logging laps. Lap 74 of 92. Yuko closing in on that leader though. Boston Jones, his lead is not safe. He's got a former series winner right on his tail. Ever so slowly closing in. As caution is out, we have a car around Abbey Lane, who was in 7th place, is stopped in turn 3. And caution comes out once again. Here's a look at the replay. Looks like she was bouncing off the wall, as what usually happens. And then they were 4 wide, and boom, gets turned into the wall hard. And the 79 of Jacob Dabo trying not to run into her. So here's another look at it. We're going to see these drivers go 4 wide. The 79 tries to get around the 45, gets squeezed. Or maybe he was the one squeezing. And that just plummets Abby Lane hard into the inside wall. And that's just going to take her out. Knock her day. And that's going to end the day for the 6 car of Abby Lane. Boston Jones, one of the 2 Daytona dual winners for season number 2, leading. The other dual winner, Eris Yuko. He's going to start second on this restart. So the 2 dual winners are going to duke it out here on the next restart. Hopefully the final restart of today's event on lap 79 of 92. It's going to be a very interesting finish here. Ian McDaniel restarts 3rd. Michael Guthrie 4th. Rue Sharp 5th. Colin Scarborough 6th. The change in strategy really shuffled up this field. But one thing stayed the same. The 54 fell back through the middle portions of the race, was able to work his way back to the front. And now he finds himself second after starting up front. However, it's currently the Boston Jones show. He's going to command the restart here. Green flag is back out. We're going to go underway. Once again, Yuko gets the good jump on the restart. How long will he hold the lead, though? Jones is going to snatch it right back going into turn number 2. He's got a push from Ian McDaniel. He's going to clear the 54 out of turn 2. Yuko's going to slide back a little bit, but could he get the good run out of the corners? McDaniel hasn't been able to clear the 54. Yep, the 54 retains second place position here on lap 80 of 92. 13 laps to go. Lucky 13 for the 68. Has many drivers bouncing off the wall back there. That saves Ian McDaniel, who sits back in 3rd position with nobody near him. Lap 81 of 92 now. Boston Jones still out in front. And Yuko hasn't been able to climb through. The 26 and the 33, both into the wall. Here's the 37 of Alexander Rowe. He's made his way through, spinning on the back straightaway. No caution, but we have drivers around. It's 2 teammates, the 93 and the 58. Oh my goodness, let's take a look at this replay as we're still under green. Looks like the 58 got turned, as did the 1, and the 93 was the one who bounced off the wall to cause the incident. And we're staying green. There's no sign of the yellow coming out. And Boston Jones stays out front. The green is still there. The smoke is still there. And the 54 of Eris Yuko is slowly gaining on that 68. Little flyby of the field here. Lap 83 of 92. 10 laps to go here at Darlington. As into the wall again goes Colin Scarborough. Whoa! Contact between him and his teammate, Ian McDaniel. They nearly collide, and the 26 has fallen back. He has fallen back down to 11th here, as does the 24. And we have drivers making their way back up through the field. The 85 of David Kreutz has made his way back up. The 68 of Boston Jones, your leader, into the wall. Lap 84, 92, 9 to go. Eris Yuko is going to take the lead away from him. Hard into the wall, went to 68, and that just gives the 54 the lead. 8 laps to go at the stripe for Eris Yuko, and he just needs to hold on to get his second career win here in the NCS Sim Racing Challenge. As we were talking about drivers hitting the wall, the leader hit the wall, as does the 33. The 33 of Michael Guthrie has also hit the wall. With the Thresh tires of the 85, the 34, the 37, that has propelled those guys back up to the front. As again into the wall goes Michael Guthrie, this time able to get off of it and not lose any more time. Ian McDaniel losing time down the back straightaway. He has certainly got a little bit of a problem. 3 wide for 11th place. They're able to make it stick. McDaniel smartly backs out of it as he was the slower driver. 87 of 92 for Aris Yuko. 6 laps to go for the 54 driver of the number 54, Worth Ford. 5 to go at the stripe. Here's Kreutz, who has made his way back up to 5th place. Or to 6th place. Now he's up to 5th place. As the 18 Joshua Harrison taps the wall and falls back a few positions. The 37 in 4th. CELEN NOSLER, your pole sitter, has worked his way back up to 3rd. Here's Christopher MARNELL. Needed a good day here at Darlington to try to work his way back up to the points leader. Into the wall he goes in that Adam Petty throwback. He is doing solid, all things considered, but it will not be enough to gain time on Alexander Rowe. Into turns 1 and 2. 3 laps to go. CELEN NOSLER into the wall. Here's the 37 and the 86. Making the pass on the former 3rd place driver. That puts the 37 back in 3rd. Will it be enough time for the 37 and the 85 to make their way up to 2nd place? 2 laps to go as Aris Yuko still in the lead. Here is Alexander Rowe fighting with David Kreutz for 3rd place. The 68 into the wall ahead of him. The 68 hits the wall. And the 37 of Alexander Rowe into 2nd place. But a massive lead for Aris Yuko coming out of turn 4. 1 lap to go for the driver, the 54. He won at Nashville last year. That's what he needed to propel himself into the championship race. This year, he's a little bit out of it. But Aris Yuko, coming out of turn number 4, he is going to be your winner of the Southern 500 for the NCS Sim Racing Challenge. The 85 is able to beat the 37 to the line. Yuko finishes 1st, Kreutz 2nd, Rowe 3rd, and all the drivers sliding past. And we actually had a wreck on this final lap, a pretty big one. Lots of drivers getting involved. And we're going to take a look at it. The 18 gets turned by CELEN NOSLER on the final lap. And not good. And then Rory Sharp runs into him. A good finish nearly for the 18 and the 44, and then the 87 gets run into, and then Calamity Corner here, the 97, or the 93 runs into him. And man, hard licks for those drivers. Aris Yuko, though, the 54, is your winner here at Darlington. Doing a celebratory victory lap around the track. What a race. What a win for this 54 crew. Awesome job. Hats off to the team. It is exactly what they needed. for the last portion of the season. We're going to take a look at our finishing results. Aris Yuko, David Kreutz, Alexander Rowe. That's your top 3 in today's event. Boston Jones, Michael Guthrie finishing 5th after being involved in the first accident. Yuko was in the first accident as well, battling back. CELEN NOSLER battles back to 6th. Aaron Hunter, Richard Fridge, Nathan Stapleton, Jimothy Sharp, your top 10. Hayden Phillips, Nick Roten, Ian McDaniel, Nelson Reeves, and Axel Rocha make up your top 15. Barney Thresher, Christopher Marnell, Rue Sharp slides down to 18th. Sam Francis slides down to 19th. Arwen Basic, 20th. Jonah Burge, 21st. Spencer Davis. Henry Guo, after being involved, he battles back to 23rd. McKean, 24th. Jacob Dabo, 25th. Scarborough, 26th. Vargas, Lamar, Joshua Harrison, and Keith Hughes wraps up your top 30. And then Rory Sharp finished 31st. Harry Williams, Greg Rowland technically did not finish the final lap, so they are 1 lap down. Tom Gill finished 34th, a lap down. James Sharp, Josh Moore also were lapped on speed. Umar Al-Kim, 3 laps down. Abby Lane, Dominic Anthony, Mitchell Collins out of the race. Very interesting race. Certainly a much better race that we had than last time we were here at Darlington. We're going to take a look at the point standings now. With Rowe atop the point standings, he's got a 28-point lead over Christopher Marnell. Richard Fridge in 3rd, 10-point gap between him and Marnell. Joshua Harrison, 4th in points. Sam Francis, 5th. Ian McDaniel, 6th. Aris Yuko moves up to 7th in points. Scarborough, 8th. Michael Guthrie, 9th. Harry Williams, 10th. Then Jimothy Sharp, Nick Roten, Garrett Lamar, Boston Jones. Nelson Reeves, Sean McKean, Aaron Hunter, Tom Gill, Axel Rocha, and Arwen Basic in 20th. Right now, it's only the top 3 drivers who are within 1 race of Alexander Rowe, as 523 is the magic number right now that you need to be within 1 race of Alexander Rowe. Collins, Vargas, Davis, Lane, Nosler, and then Guo, Moore, Phillips, Nickerson, Thresher, your top 30, and rounding out the rest of the field, Stapleton, Greg Rowland, Keith Hughes, David Kreutz, James Sharp, Rory Sharp, Jacob Dabo, Jonah Burge, Rue Sharp, and Stuart Gratton. That rounds out your top 40 in points thus far. Well, certainly a very great race here at Darlington. A grueling, exciting, a fascinating race. But we'll see you all next time for the next race of the NCS SimRacing Challenge. Only 6 races to go. The next one at Kansas, a fan favorite track. That'll be for the Blue Emu 400. We'll see you all there for race number 20 of the NCS SimRacing Challenge.